Yeah, I mean, I like the full chairs. I'm gonna set one back there. Right here. It's more.
Before you begin,
Yes.
because I don't know the subject matter of what you're going to talk about, but I wanted to ask you, is it the kind of thing which the commission should entertain in an executive session? Because and the question would be to you, does it touch or concern matters of law enforcement?
It does. I have no intent of making anything case specific. I see no need. It's obviously the commission's discretion, but I'm not going to discuss specifics of any one particular case or any facts regarding one. It's the general concept, and this is more to clear the air and basically advise the commission of where I stand on it and where I stood on it last week and concerns I have that I'm looking into.
Well, I would want to ask the same question of the sheriff also, since he's here, because it mentions in your item the county sheriff. And so, Sheriff, my question to you, would this touch or concern matters which you believe would be should be addressed in an executive session, or what do you feel? And if you feel it should, then you should ask it.
Well, the prosecutor's request. Scared. I can answer any question. Please continue.
First, appreciate you taking the time. I'm a little less, a little more rational today than I was when I got on the agenda. But to discuss it, I want to make clear to the commission that the consultation that was chosen, and I realized apparently there were comments.
Can I stop you again?
Yes.
Then the next general broad question I want to ask is anything that you're going to say come to the jurisdiction or bailiwick of the county commission? After what you say and what the sheriff says, if he says anything, is the commission going to be required to take any action or to do anything or make any statement or anything? I mean, what is our jurisdiction in the matter which you're bringing to our attention? That's my question.
The appointment of outside counsel, when I got on the agenda, had no idea how or why Mr. Martin was brought into this. After speaking with the sheriff earlier this week, he was asked to, the best I can classify at this point would be acting in a role of a consultant. And when I got on the agenda, it was to find out whether you all employed him in that capacity without consult or knowledge to me in my office, and B, if you did so, what was the rationale or reasoning behind it? I got on the agenda, I hadn't had that conversation. The concern that I have is that he was here under the auspices of other county matters.
Mr. Martin?
Yes. And then the sheriff utilizing him as a consultant is, at this point, I don't believe he's been asked to be compensated. I don't know. I wasn't obviously part of that. That was part of the reason being here was clear they are there. I wasn't part of that. Wasn't brought into that decision. But I am left with the aftermath of it. And there were comments made that the sheriff was unaware of at the time about the length of time and a little bit of boasting on Mr. Martin's part, which therein lies the reason for my getting on the agenda. It's because I don't have an option. You know, Bob can float in here today and float out of here tomorrow, and whatever he does, I'm left cleaning up. And I don't have a choice. It's my duty to oversee criminal activities in this county. I don't have a choice. It shall be the duty. Not if you want to, feel like it. So, in that light, I don't know what Mr. Martin's position is going to be to the commission, and the sheriff probably doesn't either. I don't know that he is or he isn't. I don't know that he's expecting compensation. It would be improper if he does. I have some concerns, and I'll discuss them with the sheriff, and I've actually sought an advisory opinion, I don't have that yet, from the bar, but I want to make sure that that doesn't then compromise anything that I do now with those. Because he acted in a consultant fashion, there's no attorney-client privilege going to be attached to that. So, because I'm the attorney for the county, so things that they discussed with him, it makes him witness the same as those two gentlemen. Because he was under no authority. And I don't know what recourse that's going to have to the county, so I wanted to bring it to the commission's attention.
Thank you. I'm not aware of this case.
I think the only concern the commission would have would be a budgetary one, and whether or not the sheriff had a line. If there was going to be compensation for a contracted service, did the sheriff have money to contract for that service or not? And other than that, I don't see what the commission's role is in this. We're not a court. He's not appointed as a special prosecutor. So, and we don't have the authority to do that anyway.
No, it's the legal ramifications
of
the actions, and that's what where I was concerned, and why I sought the advisory opinion, because if they were led by what he told them was okay, well, that's very self-serving on his part. If he wants to do it, he's going to tell them it's okay, and they're going to believe him. The legal ramifications of that, if there are any, will come back to this commission, and that's what I'm trying to find out. And I'm seeking advice higher than me because of Mr. Martin's choosing to be boastful. And that was my concern, and the reason for bringing it to the attention of the commission is, well, there's any potential liability to it.
Well, I don't see you're asking us to take any action. We can't take any action.
No, it was more to advise, because it's apparently, according to Mr. Martin, done in other counties, but none in our surroundings, so I had no precedent to go on, so I talked to advisory things that are bigger than me, to make sure of where that is, and to advise you all that I don't know of any, but...
So the general scenario is that when a sheriff's department, or obviously the sheriff's department, I don't know any other generality, retains independent counsel, you're wondering if that has legal ramifications on the county or the prosecuting attorney of the county.
Yes, if it wasn't hired by and through you all in your official capacity, like the lawsuits, the 4 lawsuits that are currently on the docket for tomorrow that he does represent the county through the Board of Risk on. If it's independent, I have a non-discretionary duty to pursue criminal activities within the county that I'm elected in. Other elected officials have a statutory duty to bring that knowledge to me. By employing, it's no different than you employed as a computer consultant, and that's the way I see it. But then that in turn makes him a witness, and what ramifications does that have with discussions they may have had with him? Because I doubt that he explained that to them. That he's subject to subpoena, he's going to be questioned. He's discussed things with them that I don't know, that then now I'm not able to provide the counsel, which I'm obligated to. Mr. Chappell knows that. And what the legal ramifications are of that contractual situation is a concern.
So
it's not necessarily anything that needed action.
You're
But-
waiting on a ruling?
Well, it's,
Or-
when you can call the bar and give them the scenario, and then they'll get back with you as to whether, it depends on how detailed they want to get on the answers to how, it's called an advisory opinion from them, or whether they think it was right or wrong.
Will you advise us of
Yes,
that?
oh, yes, as I'll give the sheriff, also a copy of that, because I gotta know that before, I proceed very far in any of those cases.
Okay.
So it has the potential to compromise, and that's concern.
Well, thank you for the return. I can see that. So we look forward to that.
Thank you.